The Midlands is a region in the middle of England, which is how it got its name. Some people think that Bakewell Tart was first made in the Midlands. Bakewell Tart is a dessert that lots of families make at home, and there are many different stories about where the original recipe comes from. Like Orson's, most families have their own special way of making Bakewell Tart and will mix and match ingredients to make it just the way they like it. Orson has washed his hands, put his apron on, and he's ready to cook.
Now I'm ready to make my Bakewell Tart for my friends.
And he's invited Cody, Olivia, and Joshua to taste one of the ingredients before they come round for a very special treat later on. What's that?
I think it's a lemon.
It is a lemon, Olivia.
It's very sour.
Yes, sour and sharp.
Don't want any more of it. Sour. I don't like it.
Let's see if Orson can change their minds, because lemon is an important ingredient in Bakewell Tart. As well as lemon, you'll need raspberry jam, flaked almonds, ready-made short crust pastry, ground almonds, salted butter, caster sugar, an egg, and self-raising flour. First, Orson needs to oil his baking tin.
Dip the brush in the oil. You wipe it round and round and round on the edges and on the insides so it doesn't stick when we put the dough in. Now you get the flour and you get it on the board.
That'll stop the pastry sticking to it.
Then you get the rolling pin and just do a little roll on the board so the dough can't stick onto the rolling pin.
What a great idea.
Get the dough off the tray, then roll it with the rolling pin to try and make a circle.
Now roll it out nice and thin, Orson. Oh, and make sure it's bigger than your baking tin. Now carefully fold up the pastry.
Put it in the tin.
And unfold it like this. Then just push it into the tin.
I'm getting the bits off that's too much.
That's really clever, Orson.
Then we'll get the fork and do holes in it really gently so the pastry can cook nicely. And then you get the dough and put it in the fridge.
Now you need to add butter to caster sugar.
Start mixing.
Hello, my name's Sienna. Welcome to my house. Come in.
Hello, Sienna.
This is my dad and this is my sister.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
And this is my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making jollof rice because I love to eat it.
Sienna's dad has taught her a special way of making jollof rice that she can do all on her own. Sienna's dad is originally from Nigeria. Nigeria is a country in Africa. There are more people living in Nigeria than in any other African country. In some Nigerian families, children learn to cook from a very young age and help to cook and serve the food to their families. Rice is a very important ingredient in Nigerian cooking, and many families eat it at least once a day. Jollof rice is a very popular recipe in Nigeria, and each family has their own special way of making it, adding in different vegetables and meats that they like. Sienna has washed her hands, put on her apron, and she's ready to cook.
I'm making jollof rice for my friends.
She's invited Max, Ava, and Sophia to taste one of the ingredients before they come round for a very special meal later. What's that?
It's a herb.
I think it's a type of herb.
You're right. It's a herb. Fresh thyme.
That's disgusting!
Oh dear.
It tastes minty.
No one's at all sure about the taste of fresh thyme.
I don't really like it.
Let's find out if Sienna can change their minds, because thyme is a very special ingredient in her jollof rice. As well as fresh thyme, you'll need salt, olive oil, basmati rice, tinned plum tomatoes, frozen peas, bay leaves, a sweet red pointed pepper, spring onions, medium curry powder, ground nutmeg, smoked paprika, black pepper, garlic cloves, stock powder, tomato puree, and water.
First of all, I'm going to put the rice into the water so it's easier to cook.
That's right, leave it to soak.
Next, I'm going to drain out the tomatoes. No, they look very squishy.
You'll need to save that juice for later.
We put the tomatoes into the bowl and then chop them up into really small pieces.
Yeah, be careful with those scissors.
I add the frozen peas into the pot.
And now for the sweet pointed pepper.
So you twist it. It's got a nice popping sound when you twist it. And then take all the seeds out.
Then carefully cut it up.
I hope my friends are gonna like this jollof rice.
India is called the land of spices. It produces more spices than any other country in the world. Ria and Rohan have washed their hands, put on their aprons, and now they're ready to cook.
We are making tandoori chicken with yogurt and mint sauce for our friends.
And they've invited Winchester, Maya, Abby, and Ben to taste one of the main ingredients before they come round for a very special Indian meal later. What's that?
Is it a sort of nut?
I think it's a nut. A nut?
It's not a nut. It's garlic.
Spicy. Yucky and spicy.
It makes it really hot.
I don't like it.
I don't really like it.
Oh no, they don't seem to like garlic at all. Let's find out if Ria and Rohan can change their minds, because garlic is an important ingredient in their tandoori chicken with yogurt and mint sauce. As well as garlic, you'll need cooked chicken thighs, spices and salt, olive oil, black pepper, natural yogurt, fresh mint, and fresh coriander. What's first then, Ria and Rohan?
We're getting the cumin seeds and the coriander seeds.
Ah, that's cumin seeds and coriander seeds.
I'm just going to bust them all up.
Yeah, grind them all up. Add smoked paprika, garam masala, and fenugreek. Be careful not to get any spices in your eyes. Could be painful.
I'm going to add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to add some pepper.
Wow, look at all those colours.
Now we're going to have the scales. Weighing the yoghurt. Those two have to be equal like that.
And pour the yoghurt in until the scales balance.
There, that's balanced.
Great.
Now we're just going to take that off and pour it in.
What's that?
I think this is a lime.
Looks like a piece of lime.
You're right. It's lime.
It's wet. Squidgy.
It's really bitter.
This is very sour.
Uh-oh.
I don't really like it.
Oh dear.
I think it will taste different when it's cooked in something.
Everyone's not sure about the taste of lime. Can Marina change their minds? Because it's one of the ingredients in Marina's enchiladas. As well as lime, you'll need dried oregano, mild chili powder, garlic puree, passata, runny honey, cooked chicken breasts, tortilla wraps, smoked paprika, washed and drained tinned black beans, and mature cheddar cheese.
First, I'm going to add some tomatoes into my beans.
This is passata, a sauce made from tomatoes.
I'm going to add some honey.
Oh, lovely runny honey. Oh.
After that, time to add my spices.
That's mild chili powder, dried oregano, and smoked paprika. Give it a good mix, but be careful not to get any spices in your eyes. That could be a bit painful. Ooh. Now, add the garlic puree and give it another mix.
Next, I'm going to get my chicken from the fridge.
Marina's dad has already cooked it for her. Add the chicken to the bean mixture and then mix it really well.
Here we go to my favourite part, grating the cheese. I love this part because you get to use your muscle. Clean out the rest of the cheese with a spoon or fork.
Oh, you'll need that in a moment. Add some passata to the bottom of an oiled cooking dish.
Most of my dad's family live in Mexico, and my favourite Mexican food to eat is quesadillas because they have a melted cheese. A melted cheese is my favourite.
Make sure you spread the passata all around the dish.
Time to use my tortillas.
Just spoon some passata onto each one, like Marina. Followed by the chicken and bean mixture.
Put it in a straight line because it will make it easier to fold.
Now add your grated cheese and do the same to the others. Ah, they look perfect. What's that?
It's brown on the outside, but it's white on the inside.
What does it taste like? Oh, not sure. Ooh.
Might be coconut because it's a little bit sweet. I think it's a coconut.
You're right, it's fresh coconut.
I don't really like that taste. It's a bit too crunchy and the back tastes bitter.
Uh-oh.
I don't like it.
Oh, dear.
Well, I like it.
That's great news, but not everyone seems to like it. Can Balthazar change their minds because fresh coconut is one of the ingredients in his Ravani cake? You'll also need eggs, vanilla paste, desiccated coconut, shelled pistachio nuts, semolina, natural yogurt, caster sugar, baking powder, olive oil, runny honey, rose water, and plain flour. Balthazar's oiling his loaf tins with olive oil first.
Kind of feels like you're painting.
Haha, oil painting. If you haven't got loaf tins, you could use 4 large muffin cases.
Next, we have to pour all the yogurt into the bowl.
Then crack an egg into a mug, check for shell, and add it to the bowl.
And you do another egg.
And don't forget to wipe your hands after touching raw egg. Give it a mix and add olive oil.
I'm going to use this rose water.
Ooh, rose water. Add to the bowl along with some vanilla paste.
And you just give it a stir.
What are you up to now, Balthazar?
I'm going to use this yogurt pot, which is for measuring the semolina.
Great idea. Use the clean yogurt pot to add semolina into a different bowl. Then add caster sugar, baking powder, and plain flour.
After all of that, you just give it a stir. It's time for my very special ingredient.
And you know what that is, don't you? Coconut. A coconut palm is a tree with large green leaves that grows in very hot countries. The seed of the coconut palm is called a coconut. When the hard coconut shell is cut open, the soft white part can be found inside. This is the bit that you eat. The hairy part of the leftover coconut shell can be used for making lots of different things, including ropes, brushes, mats, and even stuffing for mattresses.